Hi, so it's a quick blurb on talents and stuff if you're wanting to play Preservation Evoker on this fight. So these are the talents that I ran. It is a heavy reversion build where you're mostly trying to take advantage of Grace Period, which makes everybody who has reversion on them take 10% increased healing from you. The name of the game is to try and get out as many reversions as possible. How you do that is by hardcasting Echo and taking advantage of Resonating Sphere to apply Echo to everyone to get those reversions out. Also taking advantage of Empath from Spirit Bloom to increase your essence regeneration to get more echoes out to put out reversions. Once you have the majority of the raid blanketed in a reversion, then you're just taking advantage of things like Call of Viscera after you Verdant Embrace to put out a buff to Dream Breath. Also just using regular Lifebind healing, especially if you compare it with something like Emerald Communion. Stasis for the most part, every single time you saw me use it, it was a resonating, or sorry, not a temporal anomaly into a Spirit Bloom, and then because even at the end of the Spirit Bloom cast, since I'm not running Font of Magic, so it goes off a little bit faster, there's like a 2-second pause before we get the next temporal anomaly. You saw me basically using every single stasis, just taking that 2-second break, getting the next temporal anomaly in to the stasis, because that is a good mana save and it is really good healing if you do it that way. It's also possible, if you don't even put the Spirit Bloom in there, to just do 3 Resonating Spheres, so there's a lot of awkward pauses there. And there's so much healing in this fight that I didn't really see the point in doing it, but on other fights that's a good normal thing to do. This side of my talent tree, basically the same as always. I didn't have to take Time Spiral, so I put a point here in Regenerative Magic. I'll look at that in a second when I look at my log to see how much healing that did, but I do like that because you're putting it on another healer if they're doing a good amount of healing, and that's putting it on our Disc Priest. Then it's a nice way to save yourself as well. So I want to take a look at my healing breakdown. So as you see, most of it is reversion. So like on a fight like Dathia, you saw like reversion way ahead of the others. However, the other spells are a lot closer this time. So like Dream Breath and Spirit Bloom are a lot closer. Dream Breath does a lot more per cast. Spirit Bloom is just as close because, like I said, I was usually putting it in my stasis. So I was getting more Spirit Bloom cast because of when I was doing stasis. And then of course you see Temporal Anomaly Rewind. My Dream Flights were not that good because I was trying to get an extra one, which I didn't even get. So there was like 2 Dream Flights I think that were like pretty ineffective. So looking back at it, I would just try and get 4 good ones instead of trying to get an extra one. My Lifebind healing did quite a bit of extra overhealing when I did one of my my Emerald Communions. It was during the Spirit Link and I did it one too early, but ended up working out just fine. And then as far as things like stats go, so I gemmed for Mastery and then crit. You saw on the Dathia one, I did crit then Mastery because I was relying more on reversion healing, whereas this time I'm just relying more on reversion to buff my other healing. And that's basically it. If you have any other questions, you can leave them in the comments or come ask me in stream. Thank you.